right, podcast world, are you ready?
My name is Brandon Arroyo. This is the Brandon Arroyo podcast. Start the show. And we are back. We didn't really come back from anything. If you just click play on this, we're back from whatever you were watching before this. Hopefully it was Tunnel Vision.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, guys. How has the process been since Tunnel Vision's come out?
Well, we're seeing some amazing fan reaction. Everybody is saying that we finally found like our own distinct sound separate from anybody else, which is really cool. The process of Tunnel Vision was really, really fun. Here, explain the beat, how you had it.
Okay. Well, yeah, it started with a beat that I created, and we both knew it was instantly fire. And it actually took us a while to write a song on it. Yeah. We kind of kept it on a back burner for a while.
We attempted it a few times,
but we weren't fully feeling it. So we waited for the right moment, and then inspiration struck, and we hit the studio with our friend Mason.
Yeah,
and it just happened really quick in a couple hours. And we were like, okay, that's it. There you go.
We also have another song coming out next week. It's called Hit Me.
It's kind of like the sister song or brother song to Tunnel Vision.
Yeah.
We produced them around the same time. And I'm really excited to release it because I personally like it even more than Tunnel Vision. Yeah. And I love Tunnel Vision, but
I do too, though.
It's called
Hit Me's dope.
Okay,
Hit Me.
It's called Hit Me.
It's coming out next week.
Wes, did you ever think you'd be seeing the world like this, man? Because you are a world traveler right now. Yeah. I mean, you just got back. Was it Brazil you were just at not too long ago? Did you ever think that this was going to take you this far?
I mean, I hoped, and it's coming true. So I'm just going to stay there, fingers crossed. And yeah, it's amazing.
Coming up in the future, what do you guys got coming up next?
We have a U.S. tour, a Latin America tour, and a Europe tour that we are in the process of planning and going out on ASAP.
When people come out to see you on tour, what is the best way for them to come up and run up and see you? Because I'm gonna guess the tackling might not be the easiest way. What's the best way for these fans to run up and see you when they see you?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely have had people run up and jump and tackle and all that stuff, and that's felt good. That's awesome. But I think I'm more at the place where I'm just like, I like to hear them scream and yell and stuff, but then just be like, chill, yeah, I love you. Like, I don't know, fist bump, handshake, high fives, yeah. Probably all I need.
Wes, it's interesting to me to have watched your career over the last 5 or 6 years because whether you were with your brother a lot or now you're with Numatik a lot, it seems like you really get the most out of your art when you're working along with somebody that's really close to you. Would that sound accurate?
Yes, absolutely. That's super true. Yeah, I've done solo by myself and I just don't like it as much. I like sharing the whole experience of writing and creating and touring and everything with, someone who's super special. So, yeah.
As far as Numatik goes, I mean, for those of us that are new, what about this man? Well, I'm going to ask you one last question about him. What about him stands out to you that you admire about his talent, his skill that he has, that he brings to the table?
Well, he's definitely like a sleeping dragon, like you would never know. And then he just drops these amazing banger beats like all the time. So that's super cool. And he's just a really good guy. And I think, the hang is like extremely well done. So like if that isn't there, it's just not going to happen. So we are like best friends.
Facts.
Boom.
Yeah.
You have been in the game for a while now, man. Like, you've been making beats. I mean, we can go back and watch a video of you as a very young man up on a stage doing beats. Tell me about just what, for those of us that are new to your work, tell us your story, man, because you've been in the game for a while.
Yeah, it's been about 10 years, and I just turned 23. So I started off in this small mountain town, Asheville, North Carolina, because the way I grew up close to the inventor of the synthesizer, actually, Bob Moog, and grew up with his grandson and his daughter. So from like a super young age, I was exposed to things like modular synthesizers and analog synthesizers, and something about that just like got me so excited when I was a little kid, and it was just something I've followed since, and started making really experimental, weird stuff, and then
That's
eventually,
another thing that I love about Summit is that he takes such a different take on things. Like, he comes from a different perspective, and that's this experimental side. And that's cool. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, and then it just naturally progressed into collaborating with other people, and I relate with what Wes said a lot about, like, it's fun doing things solo, but it's nothing compared to what a good collaboration can be like, because when you have more than one person, you really can create something bigger than just the sum of the parts. You know,
it's also one person can have a dream, but then when another person recognizes that dream, it becomes like a reality, like right away, and you get that verification, that validity. So it's just easier to manifest all the things that you want to see happen when you have two people chasing the same vision.
Yeah. And there's something kind of special about being in Los Angeles doing this. I mean, this is where I always tell people all around the world when I meet them, the whole world wants to come and be in Los Angeles if you want to be in entertainment. The fact that you're here, you're doing this at 23, you're living your art. What's that feel like to you to be in this moment right now?
And honestly, it feels amazing. It feels blessed. I give thanks every day. I literally just was getting bored in my town, and I just had this vision. I had this feeling. So I literally packed up all of my belongings, put them in my car. I had like a couple $1,000s. I had a little job I was working online. I drove by myself 3,000 miles across the country.
You gotta do that.
And then actually met this guy like a couple months later.
That's what's
and
so crazy
we
too.
instantly
Like,
started working
such
together.
Destiny.
Yeah, it just like happened like that.
Right when I was literally like praying for somebody to come into my life and like you know, to be a part of this thing with me, because I was doing the solo thing for like 9 months or so, you know, before meeting you, and the whole time I'm like, this is cool. I did like some little tours and stuff, but it was not the same as when you have somebody. And so I was like, dude, just bring somebody who's lit in my life, God, please. And then,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's dope that like you can talk to God like that too. Bring someone that is lit. That is what I want.
I need someone lit AF now.
Now,
Please.
And you're not someone that's new to the game either. I mean, you've been around for a little while now. Can you give us some motivation to the people out there that are maybe starting their career and don't know that the ups and downs are going to come when you're in this entertainment business? Motivation for that, and what keeps you going when you're in those ups and downs?
Motivation is, I mean, I just love music. I love performing. I love writing. I love creating. So for anybody starting out, just write like crazy. Practice as much as possible. You know, take every opportunity that you can to perform. Like, even if it's open mic nights and stuff. I did that. I did open mic nights. I played in a little cover band for a while. I started my own band. I played in the garage until, you know, and I dished out demos and stuff to kids in school. Like, just tell everybody about it. If you believe in it, they will too. And just go. Yeah, like, you can be super up sometimes and super down sometimes, so you just gotta love it and just keep going, you know. And it's not a matter of if you're gonna make it, it's just a matter of when. And
Yep, and you gotta
keep
trust the process and be patient. If you really want to make it happen, and if you really put in work every day, it will happen. You just have to trust and be patient.
And I think that one of the great things about our generation is that YouTube, all of it is documented. You can go back and see you and your brother way back, like 10 years ago, on stages. And does it feel good now to have those audience are now full versus when they didn't used to always be that way?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. You know, you work towards something and then you see, you know, it really starts to work and stack up and build something amazing. And yeah, it's amazing, man.
Now, Wesley and I first met at Spencer Sutherland's EP release party. He's now on tour for those of you guys that are in the Midwest. You can go check him out. Actually, I think he's in New York today and then hitting Ohio and Michigan the rest of the week, so go check that out. Having people around you like that, like Spencer, like your brother, that are so talented within the business, does that just keep you motivated to keep pushing and to have that core group of people around you?
Absolutely, yes. And it's taken some time through finding out who is a good friend and who is not, and keeping the good ones close. And Spencer is definitely one of those guys. Numatik's one of those guys. My brother. I'm so grateful for the core talented friends that I have, and I think that they are going to, you know, play a huge part in the success that we have and everything. It's all about collaborating and, you know, exposing yourself to the right people and having them believe in it and exposing your music to their fans and so on. And we'll probably tour with Spencer eventually, and yeah.
That would be an amazing tour. Like the
Yeah.
two of you guys.
We've toured before together, and
yeah.
it was so fun. Like he's just the best guy. So yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, man.
Game of
Came out, talk to me
Thrones.
about it because the new
shit.
episode just dropped.
Dude, no, don't say anything. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay,
but,
okay.
The
haven't
fact
seen any of
it's
it.
huge right
It's
now.
so good, bro.
What is it about Game of Thrones? Why is it the biggest thing in the world right now?
I think honestly, it's just extremely well done. Like the acting is phenomenal. Like you get lost in the acting. Like you don't even realize that they're pretending at all. You're just fully immersed in their world because they're so good. Everybody's roles just amazing. The writing is crazy. You never know what's coming. Your favorite character literally might die in the next scene. Like you never know. So and it's just.
It
It's
is
just
so
crazy.
unpredictable. Do you
It
have
is.
any predictions for what you think might be coming?
I absolutely do not have any predictions at all. Because anything that I thought was going to happen has just been wiped away with like their head getting cut off or something. So, yeah. No, I know. And like I gave Game of Thrones a shot like a few years back, and it was just too intense for me. Like I thought that, the gory, because I would just jump in here and there and like catch a scene where I'm like, that's intense. I don't know about that. But if you start at the beginning and you get past those crazy moments and really like get to know what's coming, those moments like almost seem more appropriate, and like the intensity is like, I get it, and they're portraying like that world, how it really would have been back in those days. It was that crazy.
And there's
so
dragons that breathe fire. Like,
well,
doesn't get any
that's
better
not real.
than that.
I mean, that's not. Yeah, it doesn't get. It's so sick. Like, obviously, that's not real. There's magic and stuff, but like the ultimate like reality is that that's how intense it really would have been.
Numatik, Wesley and I have both dipped our toe in the world of reality TV. I want to know if you could be on any game show, anything like that, what would the show be for you that you would have wanted to have been on?
That's a good question. Well, I kind of grew up without TV. I didn't have TV until I was like, I don't know. I never had TV in my house as a kid, basically. But so I never like was exposed to too much stuff. But like right off the top of my head, I'd probably say like one of those crazy Japanese game shows. Just because like those have always cracked me up
Those
so
are
much.
hilarious.
Where it's like you have to like fit your body through a specific size hole that's coming at you in a moving wall or something, or like climb up a slippery mountain.
Oh, dude, that one. I've seen that. There's like ice stairs.
Yeah.
They're like slanted stairs of ice.
Yeah.
And they have to like climb to the top, and people just slip and slide all over it.
and smash into everybody else.
Ones, yeah.
I mean, I can't sing worth anything. So American Idol,
It's funny.
X Factor, all of that is exactly. All of that is off the table.
So we'll try
for
and
me.
look for you on one of those competitions, like American Ninja Warrior. Maybe we'll see you on one of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I would crush
you
that.
should be on
I would
Naked
crush that.
and Afraid. That's what you should be on.
I would crush that too. Honestly, I feel like I could
Dude, I was
do
on Worst Cooks in America. There's no skill involved.
worst cooks
should
in
be fine.
America. I feel like I could do some damage at something like American Ninja Warrior because I'm very light and fast and nimble.
Yeah.
Can't sing, but I can jump pretty high and stuff.
Yeah,
so
you'd
I
be
feel like
on
that or a Japanese game show would be my angle.
And Wes, we'll just go with you. If there's any game show other than singing that you could see yourself doing, Survivor, Big Brother, where would you see yourself at?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I want to be on a show, since I've been watching Game of Thrones. I want to do like a jousting show. I go and just joust people on their horse. Oh man!
All right, guys, Tunnel Vision is out now. Go and check that out. Stream it, play it, go buy it, put it on in your car while you're driving, so that they'll listen to it, and just enjoy life, people.